Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring you a game between Magnus Carlsen and Vladimir Fedoseev from the 2021 World Cup. Fedoseev starts off the game with d4, and Magnus Carlsen played knight f6, which is one of the more common ways to play. The other main move is d4. The idea of knight f6 is you can play e6, and when they play bishop c4, you play bishop to b4. So when they play this move, you just play this move, and that's when Nimzo Indian, and then they generally block the knight. You can always play a Grunfeld, like bishop and pawn up here, and then striking with c4s or d4s. And you can always, you're prepared just to play d4 as well. So it's a very flexible move, depending on what your opponent will play. c4, very common, because you're not allowed to have the e5-4 square, so you take c4, control the space center. And Magnus Carlsen goes for a King's Indian. h4, very important move by Fedoseev. If your opponent plays the move g6, it creates a hook, and you can push your h or a pawn and try to trade it off and open up the file for the rook. And just bishop f7. It's best. Another move would be h5, just to block everything on that side. Although you would be creating weaknesses which Magnus Carlsen didn't want. And now knight c3, because you can't go h5 because just knight takes and you don't have enough forces. And now just d6, so you prepare either e5 or c5 to strike back in the center. And now, since Magnus gave up the e4 square, Fedoseev takes it back. And now knight c3. You don't want to play this move, kicking the knight, because then you've just completely stripped. You've kind of blocked the pawn forward, and it will be very weak there. Although Fedoseev goes for it, but it is a bit overextended. And Magnus Carlsen is going to try and capitalize on the overextended pawn, and he himself stall the pawn the knight squares. So Magnus Carlsen takes a complication, and bishop c4 just to stop bishop here. But you can still play it, but it helps a bit. And Carlsen now plays h5 to stop anything with the white's h pawn. And immediately bishop c4, trying to trade off this powerful knight instead. So you got castles, and the idea with castles is just king safety. The bishop is still open, the opposite are to pull it in. And now knight f3 just develops the knight. This whole game is going to be centered around this g4 4 square, which controls it 3 times, and Fedoseev has 2 pieces to get it down. Sorry, Magnus controls it 4 times because he also lost the pawn. Now Magnus trades, because he still keeps control over. And pawn takes. Fedoseev pawn takes. The main thing about the pawn, but he's got a very light file for his rook. He's got control of this square. He's got a nice position. And now Magnus Carlsen just trades off some of the strong central space as yes. And now cd5, obviously, that's your idea. It's trade. You don't have to do this, because you'll want to keep the pawn structure intact. Although, playing knight takes, and then queen takes would just be detrimental, because just bishop takes the pawn over there. And that's terrible, so you'll have to chop it, take a pawn, and yeah, you chose this. You do want to double isolated pawns, because they're just so weak in their position. And now Magnus has this bishop here. Just this bishop can't take it to get out that way, otherwise it doesn't really have future. You can get it. That move is weird, but I think the idea is that he can actually attack pawns forward without having to expose his king too much. a4, because Fedoseev's king is exposed, all these pawns are pushed forward. And now d2 and rerouted. That thing really forward, it is going into a brick wall. That was the knight's forward movement, so knight here makes a lot more sense than you trying to go here or here. And it's just more active in that position. And now a5, just trying to chip away at Magnus' structure. And Magnus lashes out with f5. Fedoseev ignores it, and Magnus is take. Because Magnus takes, all he done is takes, and you get little rook, but it also undoubles Fedoseev's pawns. So just rook a3 to stabilizes and maybe want to bring the rook over. And now knight e5, very strong square for the knight, is now totally kicked. And now Fedoseev plays bishop back. I play pretty idea f4. And black is better. If you move your bishop somewhere else, pretty ugly. You move your bishop here, then you just get. You can't move your bishop there because you get smashed with this move, and it's. If you play your bishop to there, then there's going to be all sorts of tactics with this knight, and you don't want to be running into that. So you don't really want to play that. If you just play bishop. So you can't go there, and that's your only other. That's your only safe square. Fedoseev in this game decided to take, and that shows asked Magnus to say what's the idea. It is the best move, but now Magnus just plays bishop to e7, slow plays his position. The opening of his rook is a long-term benefit. Now knight d1, and now Magnus plays a free move. Rook takes f4. You have to take it, otherwise you're just darn the bishop. You have to take it, so Fedoseev does that. You can't really think about that. And now this bishop, and Magnus ever land the knight here safely, and Fedoseev did not move his king. Magnus is winning because of the fork, the king, queen, and queen. So Magnus just slow plays, forces the queen back. Fedoseev slowly moves the queen. Keeps trying to get the queen sort of active, and now activates another piece. And Magnus just plays bishop here, moves slowly to the board. And Magnus better in all these positions. And now queen moves back. Magnus activates another piece. If he gets to this square, it's pretty bad news for you. I'll play rook here. And now Magnus trades and brings his queen over. Fedoseev tries to hold on with a pawn. Magnus just sacks his b pawn for an open queen, and Fedoseev captured by on his pawn. Magnus doesn't care because Fedoseev can move it. And Magnus will just play queen a8 now, and king moves out. Look at Fedoseev start moving king, but queen a2 and king can't move his bishop. Now knight d1, and it's just queen a1 is a mistake. Apparently the Magnus probably move to b1 because I have queen b1 and knight you have to play knight e1. Five. T2 and bc4. And the engine argued this is much better because black is just so powerless. However, Magnus Carlsen plays in this play queen to a1. He's still winning, but now knight e1 is better in this position, and queen e2 is no longer in, and now knight g2 is a mistake. And now queen c1, and Magnus is just slowly moving queen forward. Knight e1, you have to block, and now queen d2 black. And white has 4 pieces in one corner of the board, where with the king, queen g2, you don't have a lot of moves, and now just king g7. It really doesn't matter because white is just so paralyzed. And now king f2. This part to hang tonight. And Magnus is just gonna bring his king all the way around to the side of the board because white cannot do anything. E6 is good. Just try and just chip away at the pawn structure. And now he tries to give back the material to Magnus, but Magnus cares. E5, 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 and now just bishop to F5. Magnus's pieces are just dominant. Rook D1. It really doesn't matter. Top play decisions. White. And now Fedoseev tries to give up the rook again, but Magnus just plays knight D7 and now Fedoseev is up again, but Magnus still won't. Now, not only now the Magnus save, but he gets his knight in. This is just so passive that the game is. It's in this decision that Fedoseev resigned because all these pieces are passive. Magnus has passed on. Game may have continued, but this is really what the engine would recommend: is knight E5, and then you get F4. Queen takes that pawn. Bishop takes H5. It wants you to sack bishop. Queen now pawn takes queen takes check. Just bishop G6 and queen. That's how the computer recommends. Then you get like bishop here. This is just totally crazy. Like you wouldn't have because the pawn is right at the last pawn. That is why it's like Magnus won a really beautiful game.